Hi, this is Vicky from Grandma's Junk Journal, and today I am sharing a little project that I will be adding to the Christmas junk journals that I'm beginning to work on. This is, well, let's see, what would you call it? Maybe a card or a flip up. It starts out as a card, but I'm just going to show you, and then you can determine, maybe you have your own name for it. So I've made a couple of examples, and then I'm going to go ahead and make one and show you the process so that maybe you might want to make one of your own. So this is what it is, and I've just put a little clip here to hold it closed. And if you flip it up like this, you have journaling space or space for a photo. And then down here, there's a little pocket. Now the first journal that I'm going to be starting on is a Nutcracker. So I had a second Nutcracker book that the covers were damaged. So I'm going to use the pages for little projects. So I cut one of the images out of the book to put there to decorate it. Then if you close it and you open it this way, you have some images here, which is it's a cutout from a paper pad. And then up here you could use for journaling or photo. Okay, so this is made from a Christmas card. Okay, so I always buy boxes of Christmas cards after season when they're very cheap, and then I use them for different projects. I make little journals from these, and I also love to put them in my journals, and I like to fill them up with photos. But instead, I've kind of made just something different to add to these junk journals that I will be making. So it doesn't matter what size of card that you use, as long as it fits in your journal. I think these are right here. These are 5x7 cards, and I've used these in my journals. So it really doesn't matter. And then I will show you a second example. So this card is the same as this card. I took this card and I cut it in half so that this is the top and then this is the back. Okay. So again, oh, and so down here I put a little ribbon and I put a ribbon there. You could embellish these cards any way you want. There's so many different things you could do. So if I flip it up, here's my cut apart and then a piece of paper behind it. And you have this up here for your journaling or photos. Close it back up, open it this way, and the same here. And then I added a little pocket down below. Now I am going to be putting glue on the back and then just putting this on one of the pages that are in my journals. I like to put things like this on the front or the back cover of the journals, but I also like to put them in the signatures as well. So I'm going to go ahead and then what I'm doing is I'm just clipping this together so that when I glue the back onto the journal, it will be clipped right together. Okay. So I'm going to show you how I did this. First of all, it's really simple, an 8.5 by 11 sheet of white cardstock. Now you could certainly use whatever color or whatever size that you had in your stash. Now my cards for this project is 4 inches wide by 6 inches tall. So I wanted the inside, which is this, and then this little flap right here. I wanted that about a 1/2 inch smaller than the card so that I would have about 1/4 inch on both sides. So since this is 4 by 6, I went ahead and cut the paper 3.5 wide by, well, and then the length of it. Okay, so 11 inches. And then I used my score board. And if you don't have a scoreboard, that's absolutely okay. I'm going to move some of my stuff here out of the way. You do not have to use a scoreboard. I mean, you could just simply just turn it over and, you know, press it down. That would be fine. So this is the length of that white cardstock. Okay. I just cut 3.5 inches off, which is a 1/2 inch smaller than the card. So, you know, it doesn't have to be exact for sure. Now I'm going to go ahead and there's actually 3 pieces to these little cards. Okay, so I'm going to lay this back out. Now there's a little flap right here that's about a 1/2 inch. Now it could be bigger, it could be smaller, but I'm doing about a 1/2 inch. And then there's a score right here. So you've got a piece here, and then about a 1/2 inch here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score about a 1/2 inch. And then I want to make sure that I score this right in the middle. Okay. So I've got about a 10.5 inches left. So half of that is going to be 5 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and score that just like that. And then I'm going to fold it. Okay. So this little flap here is what's going to attach to the top of your card. And then this back is what you're going to glue to the back part of your card. Okay. And then you'll open it up like this. Okay. So I'm going to move my scoreboard out of the way. Okay. Now, let's see, what did I do with my cards here? Sorry about that. Okay, so I took one of those cards. I just cut it in half, okay? So the back of it, I'm just going to leave there. I'm going to sandwich this in the middle. So you see I have a border, and it doesn't really, like I said, I've got about a 1/4 inch or so on each side. This little flap is going to be at the top, okay? And you're going to glue that to the top of your card. And of course, I didn't get my glue out. Sorry again. Okay, so I'm just going to, I'm using liquid glue. I love the art glitter glue. I get it in a large bottle, and then I put it in these tiny bottles. The tiny bottles you can find at Amazon or like the Dollar Tree, you can get them. So again, I'm going to sandwich these together so it's even the best that I can, like this. Okay. Now my liquid glue dries pretty fast. Okay, then I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put some glue on this back flap. You don't need a ton, just enough. This art glitter glue is great. It really is very strong. So then I'm going to just lay this down over top of it like this, even on all sides. Okay, and then I'm just going to press it. Then you can embellish. So you can use ribbons and lace and stickers. There's all kinds of things that you can do. So let me open it up. So here you go. It's flipped up like this. So you have this and this to work with. And then if you flip it open this way, you have this and this to work with. So on this card, what I did was I put some ribbon on the bottom and a ribbon here, okay? And then opened it up, and I have a piece of scrap paper that I just put here, and then just a cut apart here. Now you could certainly do what you could leave it blank for your journaling. You could, so many things that you could do with it. So that's just what I did here. Now, if I flip it over like this and then open it this way, I added a little pocket, a little cutaway card here. This could be for journaling or for a photo. Now I'm going to use this for my journals, as I said, but you could also use this as a gift. I mean, this would be a perfect spot to put like a gift card if you had a, you know, a photo of your child or grandchild. I mean, there's really lots of different ways to use this. I'm just using this for my junk journals. So the only thing that I will caution you is the score line. You want to make sure, like if you're going to put scrap paper or something, if you're going to glue on here, make sure you glue it underneath that score line, because if you were to get it above that score line, it's not going to close for you. Okay. So anyways, this is super simple, super quick and easy, but I think it's going to be a great addition to my Christmas journals. Just an interactive piece that I think will be fun. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you try this on your own. You know, even if you don't have Christmas cards, maybe you keep your cards from like that people sent you from last year. You could even use those because you are covering the inside up anyways. So that would be a way to recycle those old Christmas cards that you just can't part with because they're so pretty. That would be another option for you. So if you liked this, if I have inspired you at all, please hit the like button, subscribe if you aren't already, and hit that bell so that you can be notified when I put out new videos. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.